welcome my most trusted of friends. I am the great Professor Barbenfouille, as I'm sure you know. In fact, I see so many of my students here among you tonight. Oh, I have just accomplished one of the greatest achievements man has ever dreamed of. I have touched the surface of the moon with my own 2 feet, defying Zeus and Athena and the entire faculty at the university who thought me mad. Oh, how sad you look that you are not among those who could join me. Fret not, for throughout this evening I shall repeat the entire story every moment. You will not be the same by the end of the performance. Let us begin. First, I shall introduce my cast. I, as the great Professor Barbenfouille himself, shall be playing the role of Professor Barbenfouille himself. Let us get started. We ought not let the clock creep too close to midnight tonight, as I'm sure you'll have enough trouble sleeping as it is. Please indulge us in a brief overture. Nice and brief, yes. Thank you. I wrote that little tune soon after my travels were concluded, and I simply had to find an excuse to play it. Oh, pardon-moi, you should see their faces. Oh, Barbenfouille, they want to cry. What a boring story this is going to be. Where are the women? Oh, I know your pain as well as my loves. I, as anyone in France, need a muse of their own, even as a professor. You see, it was when I was at the Folie Bergère the other evening that I saw the most enchanting dancer. Her name was, and is, Bluette Bernon. And, you lucky ducks, she has agreed to play the role of Phoebe, goddess of the moon. Oh, Phoebe, come on up here. Phoebe, keep coming.
Good evening. If you would please, I will sing you a song. I shall be singing Chanson d'automne, text by the great Paul Verlaine, and music by Professor Barbenfouille. In the key of F.
But we practiced in G.
I'm tired today.
To play the moon.
Do I get to see it now?
Not yet. And now you've gotten everyone curious.
Why does it have to be a surprise? I am the moon. I am never surprised.
But you were, my dear.
Please let me see it. Let us see it.
All right. This was not the order I wanted, but we gentlemen have to make compromises, don't we? Dance for a minute, mon cher, and I shall return with our guest. Journeys across the wilds of the moon, we saw a great many things, a whole new sky to look on. The earth was a hulking blueberry. But my fellow scientists and I were not alone. Yes, there were creatures of the moon who moved in the most unnatural way and spoke in the most unnatural tongue. Simply dreadful. Fortunately, with a good bop of the cane, they would disappear in a puff of smoke. When my fellow scientists and I were captured and taken to their queen, I killed their horrid monarch. We barely got away with our lives, and we had a follower. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the 8th wonder of the world, who is not from the world at all. This is a Serenite, and it's a spry one too. Look, I can take it off its leash, and it can perform a great manner of tricks.
The poor thing is shy. Do a spin. Do a spin.
Yes, everybody, step back and encourage the beast. Do a spin. Do a spin. Do a spin.
What a fine specimen it is.
Yes. Why, simply take a look at its jaw. Oh, and look at the span of its arm. Don't be afraid, it's perfectly tame. And if you can believe it, the Serenite here is a poet. It wrote an epic about its journey to our world, and lucky you, I have set it to music. Come, do not be shy, you have an audience.
Who knows what each and every day will bring? Not me, not me. Who knows why fishies splash and birdies sing? Not me, not me. There ain't no answer much too grand. That's what I've come to understand. The more you ask, the more the world fools. Unless you're made aware of the rules. Follow that shooting star, boy. Follow it as you please. That makes a prince a czar, boy. Student Socrates. Catch it before it leaves, boy. Catch it and hold on tight. Ride it right past the eaves, boy. Ride it through the night. Life's a mystery throughout history. Don't get caught in a stew. Opportunities turn to boon at ease. All that's missing is you. So follow that shooting star, boy. Follow and don't ask why. Dinosaurs turn to tar, boy. Salt of the earth to alkali. You can't pick out tomorrow. You either win or lose. No one outruns a sorrow. Shoot past Waterloos. It's out of our hands, so use your hands to grab a flight to new lands. Reach out and catch a slab of that highfalutin, home a team of rootin', bona fide shooting star.
Such hope this creature gives me, if it can make music as we can. Are we truly all not that so different?
But Professor, how did you get to the moon? How did you get to me in the first place?
This is your fault. That's why I wanted to begin at the beginning to keep the surprise.
Well, I am the moon. I am never surprised. I wake up every day and I face the earth in the same direction. I never look left or right. And that is the way it's always been.
I remember. Shh. I remember best. Let me take you back even further to my lecture at the Astronomic Club. Picture, if you will, a hall filled with professors just like myself. If you can believe it, not a single one believed that I could come up with a way to get to the moon. In fact, they thought me mad. Oh, sacre bleu, fools! They did not have a clue the answer had been in the palm of our hands since the dawn of time. Listen closely. Ever since the caveman grabbed a stick, we've been calling obstacles and winning in the nick. Every setback can be sated without anything debated. If some violence is related, that will do the trick. Eureka came projectiles throwing rocks. Slings were in the wings and then came pulls and locks. But linking all the pieces both with tension and releases while fatality increases were the guns and stocks. Over a millennium man must move. He's dismissing issues when an issue may behoove. So if we're looking lunar, no big overblown ballooner plane will ever get there sooner than a gun can prove. So let's shoot the moon in the eye, launch a bullet right up to the sky. We'll sit cozy inside our indelible guide as it shoots the moon in the eye. Of course, these were foolish professors, and you had to explain everything to them twice before they agreed. And boy, did they. Ever since the caveman grabbed a stick, we've been calling obstacles and winning in the nick. Every setback can be sated without anything debated. If some violence is related, that will do the trick. Eureka came projectiles throwing rocks. Slings were in the wings and they pulls and locks. But linking all the pieces both with tension and releases while fatality increases where the guns and stocks. Over a millennium man must move. He's investigations when an issue may be who. So if we're looking lunar, never overblown lunar, then everything sooner than a gun can prove. So let's shoot the moon in the eye, launch a bullet right up to the sky. We'll sit cozy inside our indelible guide as it shoots the moon in the eye. Hoorah! All we want is more champagne, more champagne, more champagne. All I want is more champagne, that Polly Paragon. All I want is more champagne, please commission my wish. All I want is more champagne, oh sorry wish upon.
Though there are no more monarchs, sha-la-la-la-la-la, the ceremonial hallmarks, sha-la-la-la-la-la, are richly represented by fruit that's fresh fermented. As bottles gain distinction, the Habsburgs face extinction.
But shed no tear for European royals. When fly away the loyals, we victors get the spoils.
Santé, santé, santé. For
All we want is more champagne, more champagne, more champagne. All we want is more champagne, that's Polly Paragon. All we want is more champagne, please commission our wish. All we want is more champagne, that's all we wish upon. And so each year there is no king, is no queen, not a thing. The only ruler is champagne for everyone else is gone.
Hey, save some for me!
My glitter, my glitter!
Oh, that's lovely. That's really good. Oh, take it back. Phew! Yeah, I'm really tired. Phoebe, a song. My mind is heavy with life and philosophy.
What song, Professor? What song?
Sing me. Ooh, the Song of the Moon. It's been too long since I've heard it.
I do not know if I remember it anymore. Play me the melody.
Please sing, it's been so long since I've heard you sing. Empty space is bridged once again when I hear the music of my home. voice of my queen, torn so cruelly from us. My people, what do they do now?
I remember it now. You must stop playing.
What am I to do? I love this song, Phoebe.
You must accept that this song is not for you. It is for me. It is for them, and it cannot be taken away. Get up. Leave now. You may return when this is through.
What am I to do? This is my party, Phoebe.
Understand. Even enjoy, but give me this. It is all I have. We were born together, perhaps on that very same day, and every epoch gone by, I never looked away. I suppose that I was waiting the day our paths would lie. I realized my first surprise was how you proved me blind. You shot me in the eye. You caught me in your lie. I had one resolve to just revolve around your blue-green sky. You broke an unsaid trust. Who told you that was just? Was an earthly core your call to explore? Or was it merely lust? If you could choose, would you do it again? Spread out the news, blasting off gents, and then ruin what's left of my nights. Take what remains of my days. I cannot count the ways I've tried to break your gaze. I am floating above what used to be love. I was just a phase. Was I just a phase? My child, what a mess we are in. This is absolutely vulgar. Look how we're dressed.
You were beautiful, Mother.
Beauty. I was only beautiful when I had my two proper eyes. Eyes I wasted on looking down forever.
What did you do? When you saw the rocket?
What did I do? Nothing. I had never been surprised before then. I did not know how to react.
I understand. When my queen was slayed, none of us knew what to do. I certainly didn't. We had all been surprised at one point or other. But we had a queen to make decisions for us. That's why a populace has a queen. So I figured whoever destroyed her must be better at decision-making than she was. So here I am. Not deciding anything.
I feel like reacting now.
I feel like deciding now.
To what?
To what?
When an object comes your way, and it isn't gonna stop, there's a moment still in play. There's a moment till you drop.
When that object comes your way, and it's gonna kill you dead, there's a moment still in play. In that moment, use your head.
In that moment, use your head.
In that moment, use your head.
And you can't let on you're scared. And you can't cave into doubt. Gotta keep those canines bared. Gotta think of some way out.
When that object comes your way, gotta keep your muscles flexed. When it hits you, make it pay. When it hits you, you go next.
When it hits you, you go next.
When it hits you, you go next.
When it hits you, you go next. When it hits you, you go next. When an object comes your way.
When an object comes
and
your
it
way.
isn't gonna
And it
stop.
isn't gonna
There's a
stop.
moment still in
There's a
play.
moment still
There's
in
a
play.
moment till you
There's a
drop.
moment till you
When an
drop.
object comes
When
your
an
way.
object comes
And
your
it's
way.
gonna kill you
And it's
dead.
gonna kill you
There's a
dead.
moment still in
There's a
play.
moment still
In that
in play.
moment, use your head. In that moment, use
In
your
that
head.
moment, use
In
your
that
head.
moment, use
In
your
that
head.
moment, use
And you
your
can't
head.
let on your
And you can't let on your
And you can't
scared.
cave into
And you
doubt.
can't cave into
Gotta keep
doubt.
those canines
Gotta keep
bared.
those canines
Gotta think
bared.
of some way
Gotta
out.
think of some
When
way
an
out.
object comes
When
your
an
way.
object comes
Gotta
your
keep
way,
your muscles
gotta
flexed.
keep your muscles
When it hits
flexed.
you, make it
When it
pay.
hits you, make
When
it
it hits
pay.
you, you go
When it
next.
hits you, you go
When it hits
next.
you, you go
When it hits
next.
you, you go
When it hits
next.
you, you go
When it
next.
hits you, you go
When it
next.
hits you, you go
When it
next.
hits you, you
When
go
it hits
next.
you, you go
When it
next.
hits you, you
When
go
it hits
next.
you, you go
When it hits
next.
you, and an object's already hit. And you're lying there perplexed. Doesn't matter who did shit.
Only matters you go next. Only matters you go
matters
next.
you go
Only matters you go
Only
next.
matters you go
Only
next.
matters you go.
Only
You
matters
go. You 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 go next.
Hello again! Oh! I see our friends decided to call it a night. All the better. They were very distracting. And I've got a lot of story to get through now. So, my fellow professors and I landed on the moon, opened up the... Ooh, I need some professors. Who likes audience participation? Raise your hand. Who wants to be a professor? Okay, raise your hand. Oh, who wants it? Oh, I've got one. Hang on. Come on. Put down your drink. Yes. Oh, you look very professor. Oh, don't fall. Watch your step here, miss. 1, 2, 3, up the stairs. Stay right there. I've got to get you your hat. Okay. And... oh, you'll like this one. It's got a feather. Pop it on. Professors need hats. All right, who else? We need 2 more. Oh, we got one. Oh. Come on up. There you go. Hop on up and let's see what we got for hats for you. All right. For the man with whiskey, a pirate hat. All right, uno mas. We got one. Come on up. He's on down the road. That's a little anachronistic. All right, up. All right, we got your hat. Excellent. So, my 3 professors and I crept out of the shuttle and looked around at the wilds of the moon. Search with me, professors. Yes. Yes. One of my fellow academics asked me, "What are you looking for, Professor?" I'm so glad you asked. We academics are always seeking knowledge, you see. We're looking at the wonders of this place, and there are so many. Take a look. Here, come on up here. First one. First thing we found. See, when you go to the moon, there's a lot of weird stuff going on. You got yourself a little compartment here, and inside, nothing. But if we wish on it, give it a kiss. Money! Oh, you can't keep it. We professors don't have tenure, and it's gone. Look at that. All right. Thank you. You've been wonderful. Thank you. Go back to your seat. Wasn't she great? Oh, fabulous. All right. So now, next one. Come for... oh, no, you were second. We got to do these things in order. All right. So, we went to a pond. And in that pond were 4 magic rings here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And of course you say to yourself, clingety, clingy. Oh, they are not separate at all. Oh, they're all together, and oopsie daisies, we've got the Olympics going on here. Fine, I would put them around your wrists, but you've got a whiskey. Oh, there we go. All right. You've been wonderful. Well, I'll take them back. All right, fine. Thank you, Professor. Thank you. Oh, he's a jumper. All right, one more. So, here we have ourselves, come here. We have ourselves a dish, and he's holding a nice little pot there, you get it, he's a dish. All right, on the moon we call them craters. So, when you take out your very scientific magic wand and you say abracazing, a moonflower appears. Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much. You may go back to your seat, give me my goddamn hat. Oh boy. Isn't the moon a most marvelous place? And I, of all people, got to enjoy it. You see, I do not come from all that much, only dreams. What fortune that in France everyone is given the right to dream. I remember on cold winter evenings when I was caught making some sort of trouble, my mama would send me up to bed without supper. My bedroom was a chilly old attic with a few thin blankets, some old books, and the moon as my lamp. Phoebe. So you see, I was forced to be independent. When you're young and filled with dreams, you need somebody to talk to. And I had you, Phoebe. Oh, I know what you're all thinking. Oh, Barbenfouille, you want to say. No one sane talks to the moon. Everyone knows the moon can't talk back. And because of that, my dreams were not a dialogue. The moon simply smiled back at me, saying nothing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would be the first person to hear what it had to say. I, with no obstacle too great to face, plowed forth with my dreams, and now my wintry dreams have become your world. I, Professor Barbenfouille, have been to the moon. I have made it speak. I have made it sing, and I have made it cry. Here's to the fools who dream indeed. You see, I'll tell you what I wanted the day I initiated the assassination of the moon. I did not want to bring humanity to a higher plane. I did not want to answer questions as ancient as time. I wanted to be the first man on the moon. I wanted to be the name of the person with that experience. And reason, awareness, friendship, those were things I never wanted. Context, empathy, confederacy. What are these to compare to dreams? I'm beginning to think they do very much compare to dreams. No, not that again, please. The Serenite? Is that you?
If you're going to play, you're going to need some new rep.
Is Phoebe with you?
No, how should I know? She's probably off drunk somewhere. So you got any more spirits over there?
This party is going very poorly.
Why do you say that?
You both left. I had to do the entire exploration routine with a group of amateurs.
He doesn't mean that. He's very tired.
And the way Phoebe looked at me, does she really think she's Phoebe, goddess of the moon?
As opposed to what?
Bluette. Bluette Bernon of the Folie Bergère.
Can I offer you some free advice?
What for?
Fair point. You are such a dummy. Sir, this is only minimally experimental theater. Goodbye.
Wait! Don't go! What did I do?
Sir, you killed my queen. You killed her right where she stood. And I was left lost and alone and afraid. Very afraid. But Even I, a lost, scared little alien, I have a power you do not.
What is that?
Take this. I've written a new song.
You've learned notation?
I have assimilated. When I was a little Serenite, our queen was all we needed. Our queen was all we heeded. Our queen was thus defeated. What were we to do? What was I to do? This was an existential query. Dear old Barbenfouille, what now can you do? I'll offer you a theory. Keep up with the times. Never look back. 'Cause once you look back, you're just looking back. Old stumbles and climbs. You're out of the times. And once you're without, you're just looking in. You can watch through a pane, you can cuss and complain, but you're always without. You never can win. Keep up with the times. Life is always lonely when you act alone. Supposing if you only honor what you own. No one wonders why, except for maybe you. Strange is always new, or else it isn't new. New can be you too. Keep up with the feelings that make you feel scared. You're only scared if you aren't prepared. When things are different, they aren't the same. There are rules to the game, reasons and rhymes. Keep up with the times and try counting sheep. Stop losing sleep over things you can't keep, over nickels and dimes. Try letting go. Try letting in. Try keeping up.
You know, you're a really good singer.
Thank you. I do know. You, on the other hand, need some practice.
Well, you did modulate to a minor ninth without much warning.
Well, get the metaphor or don't. Up to you.
There's more music here. Are you singing a second song?
Start playing it, and we will see.
Champagne doesn't make you drunk like whiskey. Champagne doesn't help you to whiskey doesn't smile while the moon might. Only moonlight turns you old. Don't ask me how and never ask me when. If it isn't now, it will be now again. Moonlight cannot make you drunk like life does. And moonlight cannot help you to forget. Moonlight can't consume like human strife does. All that life was regret. Don't ask me how and never ask me when. If it isn't now, it will be now again. And once again, you'll find that now is now. Now is really when you first did ask me how.
Bluette?
I haven't heard that name in a while.
She's Phoebe now.
A rose is a rose.
You're both?
Oh, stop overthinking it. This is only minimally experimental theater.
How can you be both?
And you continue overthinking it.
And your audience is getting bored.
Of course they are! An audience is never surprised. They're always facing the same direction. They can see 5 steps ahead of us, 10 steps ahead of you.
All right, this has been fun, but let's not get derailed again. There's a parade scene that'll allow you to take your places.
That's just it. No one cares about your fuddy-duddy parade scene or about anything you've ever done tonight. Your story makes no sense.
That's because you've made everything topsy-turvy.
You made everything topsy-turvy when you shot me in the eye.
For the last time, you are not Phoebe, goddess of the moon.
I might as well be.
Mother.
Bluette Bernon, la vedette de Folie Bergère, star of follies, queen of trivialities, dependent, content to be the muse of great thinkers and artists. Not so. All of my life I have been a symbol, a metaphor, to toss around in poetry and oils and bed sheets. No more. What did Debussy write about, I ask you? Victor Hugo. Women and the moon. Both revolve around the world, but do not act in it. Both have been shot in the eye by you and so many like you. No difference. I am Bluette Bernon, and Phoebe, and Cleopatra, and Marie Antoinette, and Eve, and Lilith, and anyone else you say that I am not.
Phoebe, I mean, Bluette,
Professor Barbenfouille, you stand here accused of assault, battery, regicide, kidnapping, and, most heinously, copyright infringement.
All right, this is very funny, but we're gonna get back to that parade scene right
I
now.
call Professor Barbenfouille to the stand. You stand here, accused of assault, battery, regicide, kidnapping, and copyright infringement.
All right, well, that one beats me.
Oh, does it? Your Honor, I give you Exhibit A. La da 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 da.
Oh, Phoebe, I really love when you sing that song.
I remember when my queen used to sing that song before every moon soccer tournament. We would all stand and bow our antennae, sing along.
The first time I heard that song, it was when my professors and I were taken to her court. Are there words?
None that you would understand.
I am not surprised you enjoy it, Professor, although I am never surprised anymore. Now, if you would, play the first 8 bars of the minuet you began the party with.
Oh, you liked it? Well, then I shall. What?
It is evident that, though needlessly ornamented, that song you just played is the exact same figure as the Song of the Moon. Furthermore, the harmony is a direct forgery.
Complete coincidence.
Oh, I will now quote from Exhibit C, the original script of tonight's proceedings.
Which we have vastly departed from.
I quote Barbenfouille. Thank you. I wrote that little tune soon after my travels were concluded, and I simply had to find an excuse to play it.
Completely out of context.
So let me put it into context then. You heard the Song of the Moon. Then you attempted to appropriate it to your own cultural tastes in order to claim it as your own intellectual property.
Guilty on 1 count of copyright infringement. Oh, and cultural appropriation.
Your Honor, may I cross-examine myself?
Sure.
Did you say your name was Professor Barbenfouille? Why, yes, I did. You're a really handsome fellow, did you know that? Why, thank you, Monsieur Defense Attorney.
Objection.
Me too.
Now, Professor, some people have been saying some really rotten things about you all evening, and they haven't even let you finish your story. I know! They keep interrupting! The nerve! Would you tell the court, once and for all, what happened when you went to the moon? I can do you one better. I have a way to expedite the process. How tactful. What is that? Your Honor, I present to you Exhibit D, A Trip to the Moon, the motion picture.
Objection! That is a completely biased source.
Let's see what he's got here.
Everyone sing along if you remember the words. Perfect. Of course, here we go. We raise it. Of course, here we are at the Astronomic Club. All of the professors will be arriving soon, all of them thinking me mad that I can't come up with a way to get to the moon. Of course, we're all greeting. We all have our secret handshakes. Those ones are a little pointy hats.
Oh, and there are the women to hand them their telescopes.
Precisely. We don't want them mishandling their telescopes on the way down the corridor. So, watch. As they raise their telescopes, they turn into
stools. Well, Barbenfouille, you got clever with the celluloid, didn't you?
All right. You remember how my lecture went? Ever since the caveman grabbed a stick, we've been culling obstacles and winning in the nick. Every setback can be sated without anything debated. If some violence is related, that will do the trick. Eureka can projectiles throwing rocks. Slings are in the wings and magnet pulls and locks. But linking all the pieces, both with tension and releases, while fatality increases where the guns and stocks. Over on millennium, man must move. He's just missing issues when an issue may behoove. So if we're looking lunar, no big overblown balloon or plane will ever get there sooner than a gun can prove. So let's shoot the moon in the eye. Launch a bullet right up to the sky. We'll sit cozy inside our indelible guide as it shoots the moon in the eye. Hoorah! All I want is more champagne, more champagne, more champagne. All I want is more champagne at Bobbly Paragon. All I want is more champagne, please commission my wish. All I want is more champagne, oh star I wish upon. Though there are no more monarchs, tra la 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 la, the ceremonial hallmarks, tra la 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 la, are richly represented by fruit that's fresh fermented. As bottles gain distinction, the Habsburgs face extinction. But shed no tear for European royals, as fly away the loyals, we victors get the spoils. Santé, santé, santé. All we want is more champagne, more champagne, more champagne. All we want is more champagne at Barley Paragon. All we want is more champagne, please commission my wish. All we want is more champagne, oh star we wish upon. And so each year there is no king, is no god, not a thing. The only ruler is champagne, for everyone else is gone.
You shot me in the eye. You caught me in your lie. I had one resolve to just revolve around your blue-green sky. If you could choose, would you do it again? Spread out the news, blasting off gents, and then ruin what's left of my nights. Take what remains of my days.
And you remember my magic tricks? You see, they're real on the moon. Take an umbrella, pop it in the ground, and a mushroom appears. And as it grows, oh, and hark, look behind that mushroom. What pops out but a villainous Serenite?
When an object comes your way, and it isn't gonna stop. There's a moment still in play. There's a moment till you drop. When an object comes your way, and it's gonna kill you dead. There's a moment still in play. In that moment, use your head. In that moment, use your head. In that moment, use your head. And you can't let on you're scared. And you can't cave in. Gotta keep those muscles there. Gotta think of some way. When an object comes your way, gotta keep those muscles. When it hits you, make it pay. When it hits you, you go next.
When I was a little Serenite, our queen was all we needed. Our queen was all we heeded. Our queen was thus defeated. What were we to do? What was I to do? This was an existential query. Dear old Barbenfouille, what now can you do? I'll offer you a fee.
There you are, Serenite!
Follow that shooting star, boy. Follow it as you please. That makes a prince a czar, boy. Student Socrates. Catch it before it leaves, boy. Catch it and hold on tight. Ride it right past the eaves, boy. Ride it through the night.
At last, we had all returned home. The world was astounded. All those professors who thought me mad were proven wrong. And of course, the greatest parade yet seen was thrown in my honor. Join in, everyone. It's another parade. In events of low morale, soldier up and find a pal. These are moments when new bonds are made.
Remember, guys? Look behind you at the mess, bunting strewn in clear distress. Let's relax and sip some lemonade at this other parade. When you walk down the lane, you and me, Serenite, if you're alone, you'll walk. But write a new refrain, Phoebe, and call up your block for this other parade. Look, go, the salt, the tang, the starch, join the sweet new Sousa march. Old John Philip would have surely stayed for this other parade and another parade.
I have reached my verdict, Professor.
Why did none of you sing along with me?
No one wants to sing that awful song, Professor. It isn't true. You can't ignore what you've done, what we've done.
But it said to keep up with the times.
The times, not your times.
Their time.
Thank you. Anyway, as to my verdict.
I don't want to hear it.
It's about time.
Guilty. On all counts. In fact, your film proved most of your crimes. Regicide.
That was in self-defense.
Your trespassing and injuring our land. Taking you to justice in front of our law. No, I am fulfilling what my people set out to do the moment you shot the moon in the eye. I am reaping my justice. And by the heavens, I will have it. I do have it. Perhaps when I ran after you, I was seeking some sort of vengeance. But how should I do it? Should I wait until you were at your most careless after your champagne and your pomp, your circumstance? Skewer you with a knife? Should I do that? Would I be better? Or would I just be you? Professor, I am not you. I have taken to your world. I have even learned to love it. I've learned to love you. In my own way. For when you learn to love someone, you learn what they need most. And Professor, Barbenfouille, what you need most is to learn. You have been given ample opportunity, but you have decided nothing. And as any professor can tell you, you only truly learn when you decide to. So my punishment is simple. You are no longer a professor.
But that's not how.
Barbenfouille, don't you know? You are only what other people decide you are. I have learned that the hard way.
You are instead a student.
I'll be taking that hat now.
Yeah, give that back! That's not yours!
You can have it back. Someday.
Someday.
I have no idea how this party went so poorly.
I had a great time.
So did I. Parties are supposed to be confusing, or else what's the point? After all,
This is only minimally experimental.
there's the ticket. Now farewell, Barbenfouille.
Where are you going?
I'm going home, kiddo. I have something to take back.
Back to the moon?
Oh, can I go with you? I'm through with Paris.
You will always be welcome home, Mother.
Goodbye, Barbenfouille. Oh, you can tell the Folie Bergère I'll send a postcard. And do try and be cheerful about all this. That is one of your best qualities.
Wait! Don't go. I sought out a world beyond the world, misty and white, mystery of night, shining like snowfall, shaping in shadow, secrets I never would know. I sought out a world beyond the world. Wasn't it still the world? Doesn't that make it the world? When is the world beyond the world? Soon as you see it, then it can't be it. Once it's revealed, then nothing's concealed. The power it wielded is gone. Oh no. I've taken something I can't replace. I just don't know what to do. How do I take the way it is now and make it how it was before? Maybe I'd do best to ignore. Yes. So what? Things change. Nothing about this is strange. Over a millennium, man must move. He's missing issues when an issue made me move. I've made a terror I can't remove. How I wish I'd thought ahead. There's no apology that has a chance of making even God forgive. I wonder, then why should I live?
Stars that shine a different shade. The sun is now my chandelier, and planets pass in their parade. At last the air is not the air. At last the seas are not the seas, and dust and dune are unaware of any other gravities. With every step I leave a print, and every breath a silence broke. So
is a hint of where I dreamed and where I woke. Delights and dangers doubly gleam in next the day, but first the dream. Thank you, and thank you so much to Triad. Thank you to Yaman in the back. Thank you to everyone who's been waiting and serving you. Thank you for all the champagne and pomp and circumstance. Please tip your waiters, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for coming down. Awesome. Let's get that.
Thank you.